It seems the FAA has reached a point where every single modification SpaceX makes is being scrutinized under a microscope. This time, it's the heat shield on Starship's S-30 that's causing the delay. We're talking about an agency that's claiming public safety concerns over a stronger, upgraded heat shield, something that SpaceX designed specifically to address the previous issues seen with S-29. It just doesn't make sense. Here's the situation. SpaceX made improvements to the heat shield because S-29 had its forward flap scorched during re-entry. The mission was technically a success, but clearly, SpaceX wants a fully intact vehicle after re-entry. That's why they upgraded the heat shield, making it twice as strong. However, the FAA is now using this as a reason to delay the next flight, claiming that the thermal protection system is a material change that could affect public safety. The argument just feels absurd. Think about it. SpaceX has been launching rockets with safety as the top priority for years. This heat shield upgrade is a necessary improvement, not some reckless modification. If anything, continuing to use the old heat shield would have been the real safety risk. But the FAA, instead of appreciating the upgrade, wants more paperwork, more inspections, and more delays. The most confusing part? The re-entry process hasn't even changed. SpaceX isn't doing anything drastically different in terms of how Starship returns to Earth. So, why is the FAA suddenly so concerned? If the flight process remains the same, how does an upgraded heat shield suddenly pose a new safety risk? It just feels like they're searching for reasons to justify the delay, and honestly, it's frustrating for everyone watching this unfold. To make matters worse, this isn't just about the heat shield. The FAA has been dragging its feet on approving Starship's Flight 5 because of SpaceX's plan to catch the Super Heavy booster with the Mechazilla arm. While this might sound like something straight out of science fiction, SpaceX has thoroughly tested these systems. Yet the FAA insists on holding things up, citing public safety concerns without providing clear explanations for their delay. Even Elon Musk has voiced his frustration. After FAA Administrator Mike Whitaker struggled to justify the delays during a recent hearing, Musk bluntly called for him to resign. And let's be honest, he has a point. When Boeing has faced serious safety issues, we didn't see this level of scrutiny from the FAA. It's as if SpaceX is being held to a different, higher standard, and that's starting to raise some serious questions. The delays don't stop at Starship either. Falcon 9, one of the most reliable rockets ever built, is now facing similar hurdles. After the Crew 9 mission successfully delivered astronauts to the ISS, the FAA initiated yet another investigation. Why? Because the Falcon 9 second stage landed slightly outside its designated area in the South Pacific. It landed safely, far from any populated areas, yet the FAA still feels the need to slow things down with another investigation. This marks the third month in a row that Falcon 9 flights have been delayed due to FAA interventions. It's almost becoming predictable at this point. SpaceX has already paused operations after the incident to investigate the issue themselves, but the FAA seems determined to drag it out. If public safety isn't at risk, why not let SpaceX continue its operations while the investigation runs in parallel? At this rate, SpaceX's goal of reaching 148 launches this year is slipping further away. With only 93 Falcon 9 flights completed after the Crew 9 mission, it's becoming clear that the FAA's heavy-handed approach is slowing down progress. Not just for SpaceX, but for the entire U.S. space program. And here's where it gets even more frustrating. While the FAA is causing delays, other nations like China are rapidly advancing their own space programs. China is making significant progress, including plans for human landings on the moon. If the FAA continues to hold SpaceX back, it could jeopardize the U.S. leadership in space exploration. It's time for a regulatory shift. SpaceX has shown that they are more than capable of handling the challenges of space exploration. What they need now is a regulatory body that supports innovation, not one that constantly gets in the way. In conclusion, the ongoing delays from the FAA surrounding SpaceX's launches, particularly Starship and Falcon 9, are becoming a critical point of frustration. While safety is of utmost importance, the FAA's excessive scrutiny over issues like the heat shield and landing anomalies feels overbearing and, at times, even counterproductive. SpaceX has demonstrated its commitment to innovation and safety, upgrading systems and addressing anomalies before the FAA even steps in. Yet, despite these proactive measures, the regulatory process continues to drag, slowing down not just SpaceX, but the entire U.S. space exploration agenda. As global competitors like China continue to make rapid advances in space, these delays could put the U.S. at risk of falling behind. With SpaceX's crucial role in NASA's Artemis program and plans for Mars colonization, it's clear that the path forward needs to balance safety with efficiency. If these regulatory hurdles persist, it may jeopardize not only SpaceX's timeline, but also the broader ambitions of American space leadership. It's time for the FAA to rethink its approach. Either reform the process to allow for progress while ensuring safety, or risk stifling one of the most critical advancements in human history. So, what do you think? Is the FAA overstepping its bounds with these delays? Or are they just doing their job? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, smash subscribe for more jaw-dropping space updates, and join us as we embark on a cosmic journey like never before.